Secrets of Dumbledore is coming out this week in the US, and I have this one last video before I see it on Thursday. I am so excited for this movie. As you can tell if you look in my list of videos, like my last 5 or something have all been about Secrets of Dumbledore. But anyway, today I am taking the trailer number 2 for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore and putting it in what I think is chronological order. A couple videos like this before. I did do one at the beginning of February for the first Secrets of Dumbledore trailer, and I thought I'd do it again with the second one. I was actually thinking about doing this video with both trailers and all of the promotional material I could get my hands on, all of the TV spots, featurettes, everything that was clips from the film itself, but that ended up being like very much a lot and overwhelming, and I got to the point where I'm like, I just have to get this video out before I actually go see the movie, and that has to be done this weekend because I'm gonna be really busy at work this week. So I'm just doing it with the clips from the second trailer, not even the first trailer, just the second one. I might mention things from the other trailer, TV spots, or promotional material, but I don't have those clips in the video itself. But I tried to make my narrative that I'm making, putting these clips into chronological order based on the other information from outside of just this trailer. But anyway, with that super long introduction out of the way, let's get started with the video. So the film starts and there's been a 5-year time jump from Crimes of Grindelwald. It is now 1932 rather than 1927, and Dumbledore has had 5 years to try to figure out how to destroy the Blood Trough. Meanwhile, Grindelwald has been living in Nurmengard Castle and gaining a following, and Credence is there with Grindelwald too, learning more about what it means to be magic, what it means to be an Obscurial, and what it means to be Aurelius Dumbledore. What is going to put the events of the film in motion is that Dumbledore will have come up with a plan to try to destroy his blood pact. And the first thing he does is call Newt and Theseus to meet him in the Hogshead, and he explains what it is and his plan to destroy it. Part of his plan means building up a team, not just Newt and Theseus, but also Lally and Jacob. So Lally goes to grab Jacob from his bakery, and they take a portkey to the Great Wizarding Express, where they meet Newt, Theseus, and Bunty, as well as Yusuf Kama. This is also where Newt gives Jacob the wand from Dumbledore, and it's not a normal wand because Jacob's still a muggle, but this fake wand has a couple tricks up its sleeve that Jacob can use when he's in trouble. So as I mentioned, they're taking the Great Wizarding Express from London to Berlin. The reason they're going to Berlin is because that is where Grindelwald currently is, gaining his following. He has decided to run for Supreme Mugwump, and he's started campaigning, and people have started to support him. The first item of business for Dumbledore's team is Dumbledore himself just talks to Grindelwald, maybe through like a communication spell, maybe in person, where he's just trying to start by convincing him to give up this idea, this suppression of muggles, becoming the leader to, you know, that whole thing. Of course, Grindelwald refuses, so they have to go forward with the plan that involves all of them. So once Newt, Theseus, Lally, Jacob, and Bunty get to Berlin, Bunty goes off to do something, but I'm not sure exactly what. But the others go to the German Ministry of Magic. They're trying to get in contact with Anton Vogel, the current Supreme Mugwump, as well as German Minister for Magic, to try to convince him to make Grindelwald drop out of the running for Supreme Mugwump. They get locked out of the German ministry, so they have to go somewhere else to talk to Anton Vogel, and instead they go to this banquet. Now, this banquet is being held for the current candidates for Supreme Mugwump, including Grindelwald, so that's why you see him and his followers there. While they are there, Jacob uses his wand with a distraction, creating this cloud storm inside, and that gives Newt the chance to go talk to Anton Vogel. He says that there's nothing he can really do. He can't force Grindelwald out of the running, but that the upcoming election will be very important, and hopefully Grindelwald won't win. Also, if you noticed, Yusuf seemed to take the side of Grindelwald at that banquet. That is the opportunity he uses to pretend to switch sides, to kind of become an insider, spy on Grindelwald, to communicate information back to Dumbledore and Newt and Theseus and Lally and Jacob. And I think that this clip with Grindelwald taking one of his memories or something is cementing that relationship relationship where Yusuf is pretending to be on his side. Now, we are still in Berlin. I talked all about what Newt and his team were doing, but Dumbledore is there also, and he has gone to talk to Credence. Credence isn't very happy with Dumbledore, and he uses all of his power as an Obscurial to attack Dumbledore. Dumbledore uses the Deluminator to take this fight into like a mirror dimension where they won't be hurting the people around them. And during this fight, Dumbledore gains the allegiance of Credence's Phoenix, who is Fawkes, the one that Dumbledore has in the Harry Potter series. At the end of this fight, Dumbledore wins and subdues Credence, but once they return to the normal world, Credence does still go back to Grindelwald. However, Grindelwald gets upset at Credence for outright attacking Dumbledore. That was not part of the plan. Well, after Dumbledore and his team didn't really achieve their goals in Berlin, which were to destroy the Blood Pact and or convince Grindelwald to stop running for Supreme Mugwump, they go their separate ways for a little while. Dumbledore goes back to Hogwarts, and during this time, there's also a stretch of time where he starts to repair his relationship with Aberforth. And it turns out that Credence has been contacting Aberforth through this magical mirror. Credence has been asking Aberforth if he knows what it's like to be alone, to be living in the shadow of Albus Dumbledore, and he mentions that he wants to come home to his family. However, Aberforth still isn't on quite the best terms with Albus yet, and they are just starting to mend their relationship now. During one of these conversations where Albus goes to talk to Aberforth, he finds out about these conversations that Credence has been having with him. Of course, Credence isn't really a biological sibling of these two, but he does have his magic that comes from the Dumbledore family because it came from Ariana's Obscurus. Anyway, while Aberforth and Albus are discussing this, McGonagall shows up at the Hogshead to let Dumbledore know about some new concerns regarding Grindelwald. The election for Supreme Mugwump is approaching, and it turns out that Grindelwald has gotten his hands on a Qilin, or the Chinese unicorn, which is said to appear when a great leader is elected. Grindelwald is going to try to use this creature to rig the election and become Supreme Mugwump, but Dumbledore is not gonna have it. So the next thing Dumbledore does is he has Newt go to where Grindelwald and his alliance are now in this bamboo forest and rescue the Qilin. He puts up quite the fight against Vinda and Credence, but in the end he is able to rescue the Qilin, although as a part of it he does end up getting knocked unconscious and falling into this river, but he makes it out because a wyvern finds him, picks up him, the Qilin, and his case, and brings them to safety. So, once Newt has rescued the Qilin, Dumbledore formulates a new plan to make sure the Qilin appears for who should really be the new Supreme Mugwump. Back at Hogwarts, the team is together again, minus Yusuf, but Dumbledore explains his new plan for when they go to Bhutan, where the election will be held, to Newt, Theseus, Jacob, and Lally, while Bunty is up in the Room of Requirement preparing the cases. Once they understand the plan, they all go up to the Room of Requirement, where there are 5 cases. One is Newt's actual case that has the Qilin in it, and the other 4 are decoys. Everyone except Dumbledore gets their own case, and Jacob is going to be the one who gets the real one. Dumbledore takes Jacob through this portkey-like device to Bhutan, and then the rest of them follow. And now all these scenes in this city near this temple in Bhutan will consist of some of Grindelwald's alliance trying to get the case that has the Qilin in it, but keeping on running into decoys. So for instance, these people go after Theseus and Lally, each of whom have a case, but turns out their cases are full of books and bludgers. Jacob, of course, has the real case and is running worriedly through the streets to try to get the case set up where they need it to be to have the Qilin appear at the right time. Dumbledore breaks off on his own once he's confident that Jacob knows where he's going, and he's gonna try to keep an eye on Grindelwald. At one point, he does notice that there is a snitch flying around, which means at least one of the decoy cases has been opened. Newt heads up to the temple with his case, but that one is also a decoy, and he's probably gonna get found out as well. After Newt's decoy case has been opened, and while Grindelwald is making a speech and a fake election is taking place, Newt and Theseus have to go underground to these like weird tombs. And this is where the manticores live. They're trying to get something from a vault that is underground at the bottom of this area, and it's something that will help Dumbledore be able to destroy the Blood Pact. At one point, Theseus does get caught by one of the manticore tentacles and hung up, but Newt saves him, but then something else happens and he's going to die. Sad. With the help of Teddy the Niffler, Newt makes it out of there with what he needed, which might be the tie that an old man was wearing? Meanwhile, above ground, Jacob has set everything up correctly, and the Chillin appears and bows to Vicencia Santos, which means that she should be the new Supreme Mugwump. A new vote is cast, and she wins, and then everyone turns on Grindelwald. Newt makes it back up top and gives Dumbledore what he needs to destroy the Blood Pact, and there is a fight between Dumbledore and Grindelwald that ensues and ends with Grindelwald just leaving, getting out of there, realizing that now Dumbledore can attack him. Now, at the very end of the movie, Newt is upset because his brother Theseus died just not too long after they mended their relationship, and everyone that's a part of Dumbledore's team is sitting kind of resigned at the top of these stairs, but there is good news because they can actually start formulating a plan to bring down Grindelwald. Whew! And that's it. So that is the end of this narrative I've come up with, trying to put all of the clips from the second trailer for Secrets of Dumbledore in chronological order. I bet a lot of these are very inaccurate. I've made a bunch of predictions videos. I've changed some of them. This one I was trying to at least be accurate to the predictions I made yesterday, but probably so much of it is wrong. Anyway, I do know that the film has come out in some countries already, but it hasn't come out in the US yet, so please keep the comments spoiler free. If you haven't seen the movie yet, then comment down below what some of your predictions are. And if you have, I mean, you feel free to comment, but please don't comment anything that's spoilery. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, which you can do by clicking down there. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my review of Secrets of Dumbledore after seeing it this week. Of course, while you wait, check out more of my videos. Up top is my top 10 predictions for the film, which I posted yesterday, and underneath that is the playlist of all my Fantastic Beasts videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!